Alright, guys, welcome again to Sounducation, the third week or the third class of the week. Sorry, this is basic keyboard training, the class dedicated to people that don't know keyboard for anything. I want to learn. So, I will start by saying that the prerequisite for this class is that you do not need to actually own a keyboard or a piano. You do not need to own one, but you do not need to have a keyboard or app, a piano app. Go to Play Store, you see a lot of them there. All of them are there, just there for you. You understand? So we are going deep into it today, right? Last week I explained the difference between white and black keys, that there are no difference between white and black keys. They are basically the same thing. They do the same job. So this week we're going to start talking about playing keyboard correctly. Right? Playing keyboard correctly. All right. So for these lessons, I'm going to be using this layout where you can see my keyboard. What you have is your keyboard app. You can see my display, and you can see my face. Hi. So this week we're going to be talking properly about playing keyboard, right? And to do that, I'm going to start from the easiest thing that you can relate to, which is you get it right. So all of us know that from childhood, Sound of Music, basically how they taught those whatever her name is, kids about music. And I felt that, as cliche as it may sound, it would be a good place for you to start, and I'll give you a solid keyboard foundation. And why is that? Because the major skill, this is the foundation of all Western music. I didn't say all music are played based on that, but it is the foundation of all Western music, the major skill, right? And I feel that the easiest way to give you, I would say, an inside look into how the keyboard works and also how music works is to use the major skill as the major point of entry. And why is that? There is something special about this skill, or skills, so to speak. The keyboard is one of the few instruments that it is not, it has a pattern but has no pattern at the same time. What do I mean? For beginning keyboard players, they will teach you a lot about tradition. They teach you a lot about staying in the confines of one key, or staying in the confines of basically doing this, don't do that. I don't want to do that for you. I want you to start keyboard the way, when you continue it, learning new stuff is not going to be difficult because you have to kind of start learning things you should have learned before. So I'm going to make it very, very, I would say, packed from the beginning. That's why we're going to take a lot of time. We're going to take time. We're going to be very calm with it. So, like I said, we're starting with the major skill. Like I said, do it there. So, the major skill is I would say, the easiest or the most simple skill used the music. And for the keyboard, it is the easiest skill to play, ironically too. And why is that? Because now the keyboard is laid in such a way that we have white keys, like I said, and black keys. Now, each of these keys, like this, right, is the starting point of its own major scale. Let me say that again. Each key, each note, each of these white and black notes is the starting point of its own major scale. So what I'm saying is that do I can play it from any key on this keyboard and it will sound like that melody. Talk is cheap. Let me show what I'm talking about. Right from here. right? 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 So what do you notice among all of those three sets of things I played? You notice that they sound similar, but they sound different in pitch, so to speak, right? This sounds like it's correct. This sounds like so you can see it still sounds like the song, but this starting from here and starting from here, there's a slight tonal difference. That tonal difference is the definition of the word key or tone center. What do I mean? I'm saying that in music, every single note acts as its own home or its own key center. So what that means is that I can play anything from any key as my starting point. I can sing any song from any key as my starting song. And the reason why I'm using the major scale is because songs are built of scales like that. For example, in that song, right, every single note that was played in that song is in these 7 notes here, right? So I'm just trying to, and I've said a lot, so I want to bring it home now. Songs are based off of scales, right? Scales are a combination of notes that start from a particular note, which can be any note. So let me start again from what I just said. A song, for example, Breaking Ball, for example. Wrecking Ball. We are a wrecking ball. That kind of thing. It's a song, right? That song is written based on a scale. Right? Yeah. So that song is written off a scale, right? That scale that the song was written off is a scale because we combine a set of notes together, right? Now, most times the set of notes are combined to form the major scale, which is what that song do there has been singing. Do re mi fa sol la ti do, right? So that do re mi da 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 da, that tonality, that particular melody line, is the major scale. No matter where you start from, right? So that progression of notes, that intervallic pattern, that I would say tonality in every note, you can see how every note, for it to sound the same, you must basically, I would say, move from one note to another in a particular pattern. For example, if I say that doesn't sound like the major note, it doesn't sound like it now. Oh, it doesn't sound like that one, right? Or it doesn't sound like it, but this is it, right? So that sound, that range of tones that are combined together, that is the major scale. So the point of this is that I'm trying to tell you that this major scale can start from any note on the keyboard. So why am I saying this? To round up, what I want to start with you guys is that I want you guys to start by understanding that it is more about the scale you are trying to play, or the scale theory you are trying to use, so to speak. Now we're still talking about the major scale. In the future, we'll start talking about other scales. But now we're going to be doing everything based on the major scale in this class. And I'm not going to treat the scale like it is only here, right? I'm going to treat it as if it is everywhere. So I'm going to get you guys thinking in terms of the scale itself and not these white keys, because they'll tell you that okay fine, all the white keys are the major skills, right? That's why if you want to play on this way, that kind of thing. No, I'm not going to do that with you guys. I'm going to get you thinking about the skill in itself, and not just about where it is, so that eventually at the end of the next 3 weeks or 4 weeks, you can comfortably think about the major skill from any key or any of these one is not. If I'm playing here, you will not be thinking as if I'm here. You'll be thinking as if I'm here. This is where you'll be focusing on. So we're going to be focusing on getting you to think about the major scale from every single note that exists on the keyboard. Eventually, you will do this. That kind of thing. So that's why your piano app is very important. What I'm going to have you do is that I will teach you in the next class how this intervallic pattern works. How do we actually build the major scale? And your assignment is not going to, after I build it in the easiest key, this one, you are not going to yourself, go to your keyboard app, and based on that intervallic pattern, build the rest of the major scales and continue to practice building them until I can say, okay, fine, what is the fifth note of the major scale of C? You can say is this one. What is the eighth note in the major scale of B flat? Is this one? That kind of thing. Funny enough, that is how keyboard players think, to be honest. That's how professionals think. Professionals stop thinking in the context of, oh, I'm in C, so this is do, this is re, this is so, this is fa, this is more. No. We are thinking this is C, this is F, this is F sharp, this is B flat, this is A, this is this. So I want you guys to start thinking that way. That's the way I want you to be thinking. So that when you start entering the advanced stuff, when I start saying, oh, this altered chord that I went into this tritone minor and now it is augmented here, all those kind of things, you will not be stuck, okay, fine, if I start on C, that doesn't make sense, that kind of thing. No. So that's why the assignment is next class. I'm going to teach you how to build the major scale, and you are going to build it on every key using your piano app. That's your assignment. And if you stick with it, because it's going to be a lot of mental stress, if you stick with it, then you would have gone 20% of the journey of playing keyboard, because the rest is just in technique and things like that. So please make sure that you are ready for the next class with your keyboard app ready and ready to build some major skills. Thank you for your time. 10 minutes up. I'll see you tomorrow for, okay, maybe not most of you, sha. I'll see some of you tomorrow for advanced keyboard techniques class. Good night.